Okay, hey there everybody. I wanted to give you a little instructional video over how to do a matrix in the calculator. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up a regular calculator page, and here's how you pull up the matrix the long way. So you're going to go to menu and you see that number 7 matrix and vector, and then you'll create a matrix. And then you have to go to it. It's asking you what kind of matrix. We're always going to do number 1. And so here it asks you for the size. So you'll either be doing 2 by 3 or 3 by 4s. So in this example, I'm going to do a 3 by 4 matrix. And so here's where you type in your numbers, okay? So let me just type in numbers from like an arbitrary problem. And so I got like 3. You can hit that tab button if you see it in red on the side of the screen to move over, or you can use your arrow keys to move over. I always find that it's a little bit easier to press the tab. So here I'm typing in my numbers. Okay, so when you press enter, nothing happens. It just gives you your matrix. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to solve this system of equations. So what I'm going to do is, here's, again, this is the long way. You're going to go to actions, and I'm sorry, not actions. You're going to go back to matrix, and then instead of going to create, you're going to go down here to this number 5, reduced row echelon form. All right. And then you insert your matrix. Okay. So let's do that one more time. So I'm going to go to matrix and vector, and this is what you need to do first: reduce row echelon form, and then that pulls that up, and then you insert your matrix. Okay. So I'd have to go back, create a matrix. Again, let's just 2 by 3, and I'll just say like 1, 0, 2, and then like, I don't know, 1, 1, 0, 5. Okay, so see, so now that inputs my answer. So let's talk about what's going on here. If you have a 3 by 4, you have an X column here, a Y column here, a Z column there, and then your total column there. So these are coefficients. This means 1x and then 0y, 0z. So 1x equals 3, 1y equals 1, and 1z equals 3. In this example, I had an x column and a y column. So my final answer here is 1x equals 2 and 1y equals 3. Okay, so that's the long way of going about this. The quick way, I think, is just typing in the letters R, R, E, F. And you see what's cool about the calculator is if you just type in random letters, it stays italicized. But once you type in that final letter, it recognizes it as a command, okay? So you'll do like R, R, E, F, and then you need to put in your matrix, okay? Now, if you forget to do the parentheses, it'll say missing parentheses. So you just arrow over and you can insert your parentheses there and press enter. All right. So that's a quick way of pulling up that RREF. You can tell that even I got a little bit confused about the menu earlier. That's because I normally just type in the RREF. So that's how you quickly get the RREF. Now, how do you quickly get a matrix? You see this button over here where it's looks like the little bracket. You have some matrix looking items over here in the middle. What you're going to want to choose is the largest one, okay? And then see how it asks you number of rows, number of columns. So I'll just hit 3, and then you can press tab or use the arrow to select, and then I can do like 3 by 4 again, and then I can type in the same numbers I did before, and then I'm just gonna type in random numbers and see what happens because it doesn't really matter. So here I get these random values, but x would equal that, y would equal that, and z would equal that. And so that's the quick way of doing it. Again, just manually type in RREF, make sure you hit the parentheses button, click this button over here, choose this. You'll have to tell it the size, okay? But other than that, then you just type in your numbers, you press enter, and you get your answer. All right. Goodbye, everyone.